Tom and Mary Moser founded Thomas Moser Cabinetmakers in 1972. Their first official shop was located in the old Grange Hall on Cobb's Bridge Road in New Gloucester. After clearing out what had been left behind, they transformed the space. The stage became the finishing room, the box office became the shop office, and workbenches and machinery replaced the risers that had previously lined either side of the dance floor. The Grange Hall was home to Thomas Moser Cabinetmakers for 8 years. With the company's success, we laid plans to construct the shop in Auburn, Maine, we call home today. Hello, welcome to our shop here in Auburn, Maine, where we've been since 1987. I'm Jared Scott Kay, new product design engineer, and I'm going to give you a tour. The rough mill is where every piece of furniture begins its story. Every few months, Greg pulls into the lot carrying sustainably sourced cherry from the Allegheny Plateau, walnut from Missouri riverbanks, and ash from northern New England. Once it's unloaded, our craftspeople in the rough mill comb through the stacks of rough lumber, selecting boards for each project and carefully look for boards with good color and grain match. Once the boards have been selected, the craftsman cuts the boards to size, runs them through the joiner, and glues up any panels that may be needed for the job. This beast right here is the Taylor panel press. It's our oldest piece of equipment and has been with us since our first shop in 1972. It's used to glue up the tabletops and the seat blanks for our chairs and tables. This machine is our 5-axis CNC. It's responsible for cutting unique joinery and really complex parts. The CNC is where the art of furniture making blends modern technology with traditional woodworking skills. In our Auburn, Maine workshop, we have embraced modern machinery, including CNC, or computer numerical control, technology. We have one 5-axis CNC machine in addition to a 3-axis CNC. These tools have enabled us to enhance our craft by allowing for exact precision, increased quality, and expansion of our design capabilities, creating a union of traditional craftsmanship and modern technology. Once the intricate parts have been created on the CNC, they are then in the hands of our skilled craftspeople. As we move into the cases department, we are stepping into the original part of the building. In 1990, we added 20,000 square feet to the shop to create space for the rough mill, CNC, and, as you'll see later, the finishing, upholstery, and shipping departments. Many of the craftspeople in the building are cross-trained to work in any discipline. Casework is one of the most demanding work areas in the building. It requires a keen eye and sharp attention to detail. Many of the craftspeople in this department have been with us since the 1980s. What keeps their work exciting and fresh is that they hand-select which project they would like to build. One week it might be a bed, the next a sideboard, dresser, or Dr. White's chest. As we travel through the building, you may also notice what seems to be steam or mist coming from the ceiling. The shop maintains a year-round relative humidity of 43%. This environment is essential during the building process. It maintains a consistent, workable raw material so that upon completion, the piece will expand and contract equally during seasonal changes. Our tables department crafts the largest and smallest pieces of furniture in the building. From our minimus tables to custom 40-foot conference tables and everything in between. Throughout the department, the walls are lined with jigs, essential for creating precise cuts and parts for every table in our lineup. At last count, there were over 150 jigs that line these walls. And now we enter our lamination department, where complex curved parts are glued up with thin layers of veneer in two different processes. We use cold press or RF technology, which uses radio frequencies to excite the molecules and help the glue cure faster. Many of our signature curves are created with bent lamination. Bent lamination is a process that requires multiple layers of veneer, glue, pressure, and time. This technique improves the strength, stability, and endurance of many vital structural elements found throughout our designs while adding complex, graceful dimensions. At Thomas Moser, we use two different processes for creating a bent laminated curve. One press uses radio frequency, which works similar to a microwave and is extremely powerful. The other process is the cold press, where it forms and molds to make custom flexible bends. The radio frequency press bonds the veneer in 30 seconds, but the cold press can take up to 8 hours to dry. Here we are in chairs, our largest department in the building. It's roughly 12,000 square feet, and our craftspeople build approximately 50 chairs each week. The craftspeople here are responsible for chairs, stools, benches, lounge pieces, and rockers. It is in chairs where we find most of the sculptural elements of furniture making. From hand sculpting a seat, rasping the curve on a continuous arm, or creating the fluid motion of a Pasadena rocker, these craftspeople have a delicate touch and keen eye for crafting comfortable forms. We're here now in our TMC area where our signature continuous armchair is made. Tom knew he wanted to create a crest with a fluidity that transitioned into the arms of the chair. He began by experimenting with lamination and bending techniques, which led him to design a jig from a copper plumbing pipe resting upon a scrap wood brace. The two jigs that were constructed in the late 1970s, minus a few shims, bondo, and the addition of hydraulic cylinders that pull the arm into shape, are the exact ones we use today. When the final handwork on a piece of furniture is complete, it's signed by the craftsperson who brought it to life. The signature honors the gift of the natural materials used to craft the piece and sanctifies the weathered hands and countless heartbeats given to its making. Each signature is as important as the first one inscribed by Tom Moser. Today, we continue to craft the same way we did 5 decades ago. One craftsperson, one piece, and one signature at a time. We're here now in Tom and Andy Moser's personal shop where they make the hardwood American flags. In addition to being the personal shop of Tom and Andy Moser, this room is where we develop new designs and craft prototypes. After we leave the prototype area, we're headed to finishing and upholstery. We're here now in finishing, where every piece of our walnut and cherry furniture gets oiled, wiped down, then allowed to dry overnight. It then gets a top coat of either wax or lacquer, and moves on to either upholstery or out to shipping and final inspection. It's here that some say the furniture comes to life. After each piece of furniture is carefully hand sanded, it receives a coat of Rev Oil. Our revised oil is a proprietary blend that contains a percentage of linseed oil with the addition of dryers and resins. This new oil treatment allows for an overnight dry time and creates additional protection that is close to the surface, similar to a top coat. A day's drying time is allowed, and then the piece is lightly sanded, ready for the final finish. Welcome to Upholstery, where every seat and cushion is made by hand. We use only the finest leather and textiles that is every bit as detailed as the woodworking in this facility. Upholstery makes a piece of solid hardwood furniture cozy, elegant, playful, or sophisticated. When the final stitch is sewn and the cushion is placed into the frame, the customer's vision is realized. Just as the boards are selected in the rough mill for grain and color match, our craftspeople in upholstery select the fabric or leather, ensuring the patterns are aligned, the material lays in the right direction, and the leather is free from blemishes. Built from the inside out, every element of the cushion is made in-house. This includes creating a custom frame that will fit within the seat, constructing the cushion, sewing the covers, making the buttons, and installing the seat. Every element in this softer side of furniture needs to be every bit as durable and pleasing to the eye as its handcrafted wooden frame. Once the cushion is installed, it receives a final check and moves on to shipping. After final inspection, each piece comes here to our shipping department where it's blanket wrapped and headed out for white glove delivery. This is the last step before our furniture ends up in your home. Once the piece passes its final inspection, our team blanket wraps or creates a custom box for your furniture. Then, it's loaded onto the truck, heading out for white glove delivery and arriving safely in your home. Well, that concludes our tour. We hope you enjoyed taking a look inside our shop here in Auburn, Maine. If you ever find yourself in the area, please stop by or visit one of our showrooms so you can experience our craft in person.